So the Sixth Amendment gives everybody who is charged with a crime the right to a competent defense, but that doesn't mean that everybody actually has a defense. Case in point, the Pennsylvania man who killed his own father in January of last year and posted a video of himself holding his dad's severed head on YouTube. Justin Mohn was convicted last week after taking the stand at a bench trial. That means there's no jury, and admitting everything under oath. The same judge who found him guilty sentenced him on the same day to life in prison with no parole. It was actually 2 life sentences, barring some kind of Menendez-style legal miracle, kind of like what we were just talking about. Justin Mohn will never breathe free air again. And through it all, attorney Stephen Jones was at Mohn's side, and he joins us live now in his first national TV interview since the verdict and sentencing. Thank you for being with us, Stephen. I mean, it certainly seemed like a very interesting situation for an attorney to be in based on everything that I read about the case. There were no cameras in the courtroom, but what was his reaction when the verdict came down?
Hi, Brian. His reaction was pretty stoic, as it has been kind of through the entire case. So I don't know that it was necessarily unexpected. He certainly wanted to go a different way, but when the verdict came down, I think he was accepting of what his fate was.
So Justin's, and we covered this on Friday, his mother, sister, brother, they all had these victim impact statements. They wanted him to go away for life, his own family. Did that surprise him? I mean, or did that upset him?
No, actually not at all. I don't think it was unexpected. I mean, he, based on what it was that he did, what he admitted to doing, and his reasons for doing it, which were, found to not be justified. But ultimately, I think he expected the response that he got from his family. And as he sat there and he took the verdict and he listened to what it was that they had to say, he was offered the chance to express some sort of remorse, and he was not interested in that.
Does he have any kind of contact with them at all anymore?
No, he's not permitted to.
He's not permitted to. Okay. We were surprised when he took the stand in his own defense, somewhat rare during a murder trial. What were in a way, it kind of felt like he was going rogue. What were your thoughts on that? I mean, is that something that you guys talked about? Did you advise him to do it?
Well, I don't know that he went rogue. Justin was afforded the defense that he wanted. Sometimes the defense that you assert, and in fact, pretty much all the time, when you assert a defense, it's the defense that you want. And oftentimes you may not listen to the advice that you're given, but that's the defense that he gave was the one that he wanted. I was appointed to represent Justin. I advised Justin on the possible defenses that were available to him, obviously, as I would any client. And the defense that he chose was exactly the one that he wanted, and that's what he went with. So when he got on the stand, I don't think anybody who was familiar with the case heard anything that hadn't already been said by him, whether it was to the detectives in the case, the numerous people that he wrote letters to, letters that he wrote to the court, or things that he said out loud to the news media.
Why no insanity plea? Because the judge brought it up several times. Is that something that you discussed with him at all?
I absolutely would discuss every defense that was available. And the defense that was asserted by Justin was the defense that he chose. Brian, he was given the opportunity. They assessed his competency. He was found to be competent. And when you're found to be competent, there's only so much that can be done to try to assert a defense that's outside of what that person actually wants. And the defense that he wanted, and if you had listed any of what it was that he was trying to present, was that he was effectuating a citizen's arrest, and that unfortunately, he says, unfortunately, his father resisted that arrest, and he believed, at least the defense that he wanted to assert, was that he could use deadly force against that resistance. And the judge listened to the facts and disagreed with that.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.